Hey guys, Nishi here. I am back on the vlog and speed paint train. I am back to work. I am back to doing things and drawing and recording and things like that. And I thank you guys for your patience and I thank you guys for your understanding. Once again, in the last video, like I said, I was dealing with some problems and I apologize, but I am back on track. Lots been going on. I've been tired, not in a bad way, just with work and life and things and thinking about my future and where I want to go. It's just been tiring. But I'm okay. I mean, I'll be okay. Even if things were bad, I would be okay, because for every down, there is an up, and all that cheesy goodness, right? So, I wanted to share a story today. A while ago, one of the few, I think it was the first video, if not the second video, where I talked about choices, and I got really deep about that, and I wanted to share a story today that kind of has to do with choices, but like the choices of other people. So before the job that I currently have, I worked at a place called HealthSpan in downtown. And I basically just type things in. I don't have a car right now, so my boyfriend is kind enough to take me to work. And at the time, I was doing a very early shift. I would get there at 6 o'clock in the morning so I could leave at 2:30 in the afternoon. So it was because of this early shift that usually we would leave the house around, if it was 6 o'clock, we would usually leave the house around 5:30 in the morning. We would get up at 4 sometimes if we wanted to do something special, like watch a couple of episodes or something. But, yeah. So, we got up that morning, ready to go, and we got in the car, and we were heading out, and at the time, this car had a lot of issues. And it had been having issues for a while. But this particular morning, the battery died. We were at the stoplight. We were almost to my work, but we were at the stoplight, and the car just died right there at the red light. So, what Jesse did at the time, he basically had to put the car in neutral and push it over to the curb into the street over. And, you know, we're in downtown, and it's only 5 in the morning, and I'm looking at the time. It's getting close to time for me to get to work. And Jesse is trying to flag somebody down for a quick jump. That's all he needs is a jump. And people are walking by. It looks very suspicious. I'm staying in the car because it is during the holiday. It's like around, I want to say October-ish, maybe November-ish, so it's really cold. And he wants me to stay in the car and try to stay as warm as possible. And he's out there with my hoodie on, trying to stay warm and trying to flag people down. Now, he's not a scary guy by any means. If you ever met my boyfriend, he's a big goofball. But, I mean, he's also, you know, he's kind of a big guy. And, I mean, downtown, big guy, 5 o'clock in the morning, asking for a jump start. I know it doesn't look good. It doesn't sound good. And neither one of us can really blame the people who just kind of drove away. So, at this point, I think I'm going to have to hoof it to work. But I really don't want to leave Jesse. I don't know what we're going to do. And then this somewhat fancy-looking car passes by. And he flags her down, and she cracks open the window and asks him what's going on. Now, she's at a safe enough distance. Like, she's in the car, she only cracked the window, whatever. And he's like, listen, I just need to jumpstart my car, da-da-da. And she's like, well, I can probably call somebody, okay? And he's like, he'll take it. And she drives a little bit down, and then she parks about a car away and gets out of her car. So basically, this woman has parked far enough to, if Jesse were to run at her, she can jump in her car and skid off. Now, when I get to the choices part, this woman could have just left us there. This woman could have just minded her business, decided that this isn't a good idea, and just run off. But she did what she could to her own safety just to make sure. And she's looking at him like, do you know how to start a car? And she's just like, yeah, I know how to jump a car. I know I said start, but sorry. And then she happens to see me, who's slowly getting colder, inside the car. It's like, oh, who's that in the car with you? She's like, yeah, that's my girlfriend. I was just taking her to work. And And at that moment, she realized that this isn't somebody trying to jump her. This isn't somebody trying to scam her or anything. Like, this is somebody that legitimately needs help. So she backs the car up and whatever, and like Jesse said, like, yeah, if you've got the cables, I know how to jump a car. And she invites me inside of her car that is working to warm up, which I happily got out and sat in. And we had a very nice conversation. She asked what I did. She told me a very funny story about how she ended up getting a cell phone because she didn't have one at the time and she really needed one when she got lost. And she was a very nice woman. She was definitely on the higher end spectrum. I mean, she had an ascot on. It was a really nice car. I don't know. I don't usually like to judge people like that, but she just seemed like on the higher end of life. But she was very kind. She was very nice. And Jesse was able to jump his car. I was able to get to work. End of story. We went our separate ways. But that one moment of my life has stuck to me because that was almost a year ago. But it still really stands out in my head, and it still really stands out in my life because, I don't know, just, I don't see that kind of kindness as much. Like, it's there for sure, and I appreciate it, but that kind of kindness is just very rare nowadays, I feel. And she really could have. She could have chose to decide that Jesse was a thug or whatever, and you know, ran off and just left us there and I would have been late or something and blah, blah, blah. But she didn't. She did all she could. And yeah, I know it doesn't sound good that she parked a car. But like I said, guys, I mean, 5 in the morning in a downtown area, a guy is flagging people down because most people didn't know I was in the car. Like, she calmed down because she saw me who's shivering in the car. So I was the, how do I say this? I was the quote-unquote proof that he's just trying to get a jump, on his car. So, but I don't know if that woman will ever hear this, and even if she doesn't, I still want to put it out there. Thank you for that. I think that's going to stick with me for a long time, because I appreciate any person willing to help, especially in that way. So yeah, I just wanted to tell that story that happened in my life because it sticks out to me and it's very important to me. I feel we should appreciate things, and if something is still, like, even if you met them for 5 minutes, if you still remember it, like, crystal clear, we should hold on to things like that, and we should definitely remember people who are able to affect us that much in such a short period of time. Because obviously that moment might have molded you a little. Even a little. It's something, you know? But yeah, that's really all I got today for you guys. Not much. I don't know, I was thinking about it this week and I just wanted to share it. Once again, if you liked this video, please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. If you guys have questions for me or want to ask me something, maybe you have a request of something for me to research and look on, I will do it. I mean, I'm vlogging for myself, but I'm also vlogging for you guys, and I hope these entertain you guys. So I hope you all have a very good week, and I hope you guys have a safe weekend. Love you guys, and Nishi out.